Okay, so today I am taking a look at a beard template or beard trimming tool, whatever you want to call it. There are obviously a lot of these you can choose from, and there are several of them that I looked at. This one happens to be made of plastic, and I think that's fine. There are wood and metal, which of course is a nicer, higher quality material. Cost is going to be higher, but the thing with this is it's not going to suffer abuse. Generally speaking, you're not going to really put this in your pocket. Here, hopefully you can see, there's a hole here, so you can hang this up. So it's not as if this is going to see a lot of abuse. So it's a very sturdy plastic. You can see, hopefully somewhat, how thick the plastic is. And I like this one. Of all the ones I looked at, there's probably about 3 of them that I like the best, and I like this one because it seemed to offer a lot of the different shapes. There's markings, there's also these here, and then the markings run all the way down, all the way here, and all the way through there, and you can hear. So, and it also has a little comb. So this just had a lot of different features. So obviously there's different aspects with it you can use for measurements and such. I mean, if you want to do goatees, you get that rounded shape here, and then you can flip it around and do the rounded shape. If you wanted to do like more of a straight cut here, or if you prefer, which you can see I have somewhat of a rounded, you can do, you know, a rounded shape here. Obviously this has more than what I normally use, so I'm going to try this thing out and then show you the, you know, you're seeing the before and the after. I had a much longer beard until very, very recently, and decided I wanted to get, you know, back to my more cleaned, you know, more proper for me look. And overall, like I said, I think this would be a really, really great tool. You could use your electric razor. Probably a trimmer like this is going to be ideal. And then if you have a straight razor, because I take blood thinners, straight razors are just absolutely not an option for me. But if you have a straight razor, you're going to get that like pencil line, you know, perfect look. And this is going to help a great deal. You can do under here, so you can see this is just sort of naturally doing this kind of contour, this, you know, growth to that point. And I don't have a huge issue on this over here. My problem is, because a lot of people don't know this, I'm completely blind in this eye, and so it makes it harder to see and to gauge distance and everything. So I'm hoping that this will help with that a substantial amount in lining things up. It's going to be a little more challenging on this side because of looking across, you know, and having to turn and such. But I really like this tool so far. I will say this though, I tried multiple web browsers for their web page, and none of the links work, but it just says like home, contact us, and products, and there's no information there provided. So there's nothing to click on. There's nothing. I mean, there's just nothing there. It's basically a static image, and it's basically just an image of this. So I was really disappointed about that, because what I hoped to find there was basically, let me show it to you this way. Basically this, which is kind of a chart on how to use it, but larger, especially for me, like I said, with my eyesight issues. And see, I do wear glasses, but it's hard, of course, to shave when you're wearing glasses, because you're interfering, you know, you're falling in that line here that you need to be at, and so that you know, poses a problem. So, you know, they have their website and, you know, different social media type things here on the envelope, and they have this little diagram. There is some spelling issues that need to be worked on, and this image, I mean, it just needs to be larger and more clear. And because this is clear, you know, the way they did it on here, they didn't make this stand out as well as I would like. So I can make out what I need to enough, but this could really be improved and probably make people a lot happier. So by any means, I'm not going to try to do the camera and do this, because I just can't get close enough, and I'm probably going to have to use the other bathroom with the magnifying mirror just to be able to accomplish it, because of, you know, my visual issues. But by any means, I really, really like the looks of this thing and the options that it offers, the offerings that it has. So we'll see what it does, and maybe I'll come back and kind of show you an after, and we'll see the difference, and I'll give you more of an opinion then. So other than that, let's go and do some shaving and showering and see what we get. Alright, so this is the after, and there's not obviously going to be a huge change. It's a little lower on the cheek, a little higher on the jawbone area here, and overall I'm fairly pleased with it. But again, I do have a little bit of a challenge as far as, you know, trying to orientate myself when it comes to, you know, hitting different areas because of depth perception issues with the vision problem, number one. Number two, this is the first time I've used this, so I wanted to give you like a first time out of the box kind of thing. I believe if I decide, and I may do this, you know, going for the goatee, it's going to be probably a little easier because I don't have to do, you know, the turning as much. It's just a straight on, which is a little easier for me to deal with. But I feel like it's fairly symmetrical. It's going to take some practice. So overall, I like it. It's very cool to have the option to sort of, you know, lay it there and kind of trim around. So it makes it a little bit easier. But again, practice makes perfect, and in this case I think that's definitely going to be the case. So if you want to find out more, there's going to be a link below the video. You can check that out, and hopefully it will be something that is beneficial to at least some of you. Obviously some do not do the facial hair thing. So other than that, yeah, it's definitely going to take some more practice. And I may end up, like I say, going with the goatee and, you know, kind of giving it kind of a start over type situation. So if I do, I'll include that. Okay? Thank you.